Hey guys, Lucas from iExplore here. Today I'm in an area called Ogikubo, which is like not a very busy or well-traveled part of Tokyo. Like not a lot of people visit here, but it's cool. It's kind of retro, as you can see with this like Shotengai behind me. And over the years I've been here a handful of times, and I thought it'd be fun just to explore something different rather than always going to like Shinjuku, Shibuya. So that's what we'll do today. I also want to talk about this kind of like framework for like your creative life / photography / other things that I call the project. And it's a little corny, but like it's just the way that I think about things, and I want to share that with you guys, and maybe you'll find it useful to kind of apply to your own situations or not. I don't know. It's just something I want to riff on while we shoot around this area. But anyway, if you'd like to support this channel, the absolute best way is if you come to Tokyo and take a workshop with us, either with me or one of the other talented guys on our team. We do also provide a map of Tokyo photo spots, which is, hopefully useful and you'll enjoy it. But of course, we are very grateful to the people who are supporting us on Patreon. That's huge. We really appreciate that, even though we're posting less and less these days, but we're still posting, and we appreciate you guys constantly or continuing to support us on there. One last thing, I do have a book out called Tokyo Unseen, which I've been raving about for a while, so I'm sure you guys already heard, but there's a link in the description, so I'd be grateful if you could check that out. All right, let's get on to shooting in Ogikubo.
iExplore.
All right. So yeah, I like this scene here. Oh, I love this like retro bicycle. And then this kind of space. Well, actually, there's a cool space back there too. Like there's like a ladder, and there's a light on. There's not much in there, but let's just put on some good settings here. But it's kind of interesting. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, it kind of lacks the subject, but it's sort of cool. I also love this colorful thing here. Like I like when this stuff is like hidden behind this glazed glass. It just creates this cool texture and color. Ooh, there's a little steamy restaurant in there. A little steamy chef or cook. Let's keep going. That was cool. All right, so we'll keep wandering around here. Let's go left here. Oh yeah, this is cool too with the train. I'm gonna miss that train, but that's pretty nice. The train there. Oh, I got it. Believe in yourself, Lucas. You can get it in time. So before I move on, because I'm gonna get distracted by something else, I want to kind of introduce this concept. So the project, right? It's a little cheesy, but it's just something that I've been like thinking about over the years and kind of rolling around in my mind, because I've always struggled with kind of how to reconcile all these different things that I'm interested in, especially since like these days my focus is photography, but back in the day, like and still like sometimes I do web design. Like for iExplore, me and Axel, we make the website. There's all these like different, I'm not gonna list them all, but there's just all these different like interests and things that I like. And it's like, how does it all fit together? How does it make sense? Sometimes things are not connected. So I try to like kind of lump them into this idea of the project, which is just everything is ultimately kind of related, right? Like if I'm doing visual things, taking photos, these creative things, but then also even like watching movies. Like I really like films and cinema, and also playing video games, right? Or reading sci-fi novels. How do all these things fit together? Well, they do. They're all like, that's like the input, right? That's the educational aspect of my creative pursuits, and then the output is photography and whatever, right? So that's kind of the gist of it. That's this idea of the project. There's a little more to it though. But before that, you're probably seeing the background here, and I knew this was here, so I wanted to say that before I get distracted by this. Let's shoot this. I love this little street. Before I ramble on about my project concept. So, oh yeah, this is pretty cool. Don't need to use the screen for that. Oh, that looks great. So like I've been in this area a few times over the years, but then, I don't know, like 2 years ago or so, I saw like a friend of mine, this guy named Alberto Urra, this Spanish guy, who was only like an internet friend up until recently. He had a photo of this street. I mean, I didn't know it was this street. I just saw a cool photo of a cool street. I was like, hey man, where is that? I've never seen that before. He's like, oh, it's in Ogikubo. And I thought, oh sure, I know Ogikubo. I should go check that out. He didn't even tell me exactly where it is. He just said it's near the station. So once I knew it was this area, I just wandered around and found it. But thanks to Alberto, and his tip. So yeah, and I'd probably put like, I'm sure there's an Instagram handle of his right now on the screen, because check out his feed. It's pretty cool stuff. But yeah, so I found it. I've been, I knew about this area, but I didn't know about this spot. It just goes to show you, and it's like right by the train station, so easy to miss things, even if you've explored an area before. Yeah. I'm kind of just rambling to stall for time because I want somebody to walk through. But there's very few people right now. I also love that screen there that's kind of has these pictures of girls like right now because it's some sort of a massage place or something like that. Yeah, those are. Hi. Oh, いいです。Nice, nice. Whoa, 気をつけて。Yeah, have fun, good shooting. Yeah, that's cool. Oh yeah, that's the subject. I love it. That was great. That was really good. Okay. I'm so flustered now. I don't even know what to do. The bike fell over. It's like everything happening all at once. I think these guys want to get this scene. Let's step out of their shot for a second. I'll resume shooting it, but let's just hide because they want to shoot it. I don't want to mess it up for them. You know, we're just gonna linger in here. I could ramble over here for a minute. So yeah. Anyway, I learned this about this spot from my friend Alberto, and I just wanted to say that I appreciate that if I ask somebody for a spot, they will share it with me. I also try to repay that favor. If somebody asks me for a spot, I will usually share it. Unless it's somewhere illegal, then I try to avoid saying it. Like if it requires trespassing, I don't say it. And so you might be wondering, Lucas, this is a little hypocritical. Like you guys sell a map of photo spots, but in our defense, there is like 250 spots on the map. So it's more like because we've compiled it, you know. Anyway, doesn't matter. Check out the map. But if you're asking me about any one spot, I'm glad to share. So the project. So basically, it's like this idea that you're working on one thing, but you have these other almost seemingly disparate concepts or things that you're interested in or working on, but actually yet they all kind of fit together. And this even goes to like stuff outside of the creative realm. So like if I go to the gym and I you know get a good workout or something, that's also part of the project because I got to keep myself healthy so that I could. Oh, I think I hit the mic. I got to keep myself healthy so that I could go out and shoot and be effective at that. So it all fits together. That's kind of how I try to think about it. I'm just trying to do the best that I can to create the work of art that is just like my own life. And that's everybody. I'm not trying to sound pretentious. Everybody's just creating this thing that is their life and their existence. And you're putting all these different pieces together, and that's, in my mind, how they all fit. It's all just a project. Now, the centerpiece of my project is photography, obviously. And also our business, I Explore, and this YouTube channel, and everything that I'm doing, and the book that recently put out. And so I think those guys just left. I saw them walk away. Oh, there's like a girl over there now. Anyway, so that's how I kind of reconcile all these things. Like how do all these seemingly unrelated things fit together? That's cool. I could have been here a little earlier if I wasn't rambling, but that's okay. That's always how it is in these videos. I distract myself with my musings. Okay, let's go maybe a little like to the other side and shoot the other way. Yeah, which is exactly what those two people did who we're talking to for a moment. Yeah, from here it's pretty cool. Let's see what I can do. I love the sign. Stress, it says, stress. No, I'm not quite, I know those kanji, but I can't think of it. But anyway, I love these like retro, cheesy renderings of women because this is some sort of sketchy massage place or something like that. Like this one here, and it just pauses on her bust. Okay. But that's Tokyo for you. And I feel like that's part of the vibe. I just love it. Let's change my aperture here a little bit. So if I get a little lower, yeah, let's do that. Yeah, I gotta get lower because there's this awesome reflection then on this like wall on the left, this corrugated metal wall. That really hurt. I put my knee down pretty hard. And then let's get a little closer to the wall. Wow, that's really cool. Okay, let's wait for another one of those ladies on the screens. And there's people coming out. There we go, there's the girl. Nice. That's cool. Let's try that on f1.4. Since now I have this foreground element, I want to make it softer. Okay. Yeah, just experimenting with little like street cinematography. That's another thing. And then again goes back to like the project idea. Like, It's this totally new thing, but I'm going to throw that in there, and then maybe it'll be good. Maybe it'll be interesting. I don't know. So that's kind of, I just want to share that. I don't know if other guys or girls, people watching this channel, if you struggle with this idea of like, well, I'm interested in all these different random things. How does it all fit together? I try to have this kind of like overarching sort of top level thing, which is that just kind of like how you live your life and how you kind of also in that process of trying all these different things and working on different stuff, you sort of figure out, I'm just going to look back one more time, but you sort of figure out like what it is you're actually all about. Like what interests you? What is it about? And for me, it's become, Tokyo, it's become photography and all these different things. And, you have to discover that by just kind of exploring the space of possibilities, so to speak, right? Actually, I'm going to go just a little bit back in because I don't want this pole in my shot. I'm going to shoot it one more time from back here. I just like, again, how these foreground elements subtly reflect all these different elements and things. There's so much like dynamic range needed here. Let's see if I can shoot this at a very low ISO to keep as much dynamic range as possible. Shot a whole bunch on a very slow shutter. We'll see if those are worth anything. I think the closer ones are better. So, yeah, again, hope that makes sense. It's not meant to be some sort of like mind-blowing concept. Let's go to the right here. That's just like, I'm sharing some, crazy thing. It's just like I'm just sharing this kind of personal way of thinking about things, right? You kind of discover what you're interested in, you discover your interest, you discover also then your values, you kind of realize what you do care about or don't care about. I'm just gonna shoot this real quick over here. Hopefully nobody scolds me. I just love the way this all reflects on this thing here. This is cool. Pretty sick. Just love these colors. Yeah, so to kind of put a little bow on it, I always like to say, I've said this multiple times, and I don't know if I've ever said on this channel though, but I know I said this to people. I feel like art is a journey of self-discovery. So you're discovering what you're interested in and what you like to create. And then I feel like life itself is like that. That's the thing, you don't extrapolate it to anything. It's just kind of how you do. You figure things out, and you put all these different pieces together and you kind of build something, right? And then whatever that thing is, as long as you're doing it authentically and because you're truly interested in it, it ends up being, I think, something special for everybody. So that's what I mean. It's a little corny in the end. But that's kind of how I think about it. Yeah, I've been here before. One thing, it's not maybe going to look good today, but what I liked here before is that there's the skyscraper back there. But I feel like there's too much contrast tonight. But let's just try shooting it. There's also this tarp here. I might have to step back just a little bit more. Sorry, Axel, making you reposition, because I want to get this, I got to go back even a little more, because I want to get this red sign here that says kappa. I think that makes it better. That makes it better, and then I don't have to have, like the tarp, the restaurant with the tarp is not as prominent. This would have looked better at like blue hour or something, because you would be able to see more of the building in the background. But let me shoot this again with a little bit different settings for a little more depth of field. Oh, it's the guy with the guitar. Why didn't I pay attention? Thinking too much about settings. Oh well, let's follow him. I mean, I'm joking, but we're just gonna go this way. But maybe we will catch up to this dude, and maybe there'll be a shot. I don't know. Okay, that's a beautiful little place over there. Ooh, this is a nice little scene. Quiet scene, beautiful lights, colors. Okay, I've really made it kind of a habit, and I think it's overall a good thing of using the screen these days because it's fast, and also it allows me to easily hold the camera at a low position about here, which I think is very good for a lot of pictures, a lot of scenes. Works well, but it's not always necessary, and then sometimes I do it when I shouldn't, and then it like in this case. All right, actually, the lamp is a little too bright. I think just without it is very nice. I'm going to focus on the background, but that's too far. Oh, there's a person back there. I'm going to focus on the bike. Change the settings a little more. Let's keep going. Another cool scene here, because these guys have like a well, a literal well, like that you pump, like they have a pump from seemingly from the ground. That's kind of cool. See, in this case, shooting it from this position is really good. I love these kind of still life scenes. So gorgeous. All right, let's keep going. Ooh, little ramen shop here. Wow, I missed it. For a moment there was a flame, but then of course it's not going to happen again, but that's okay. Let's go out here. Let's see it from this side. I love the steamy window, very Saw Lighter-esque window over here with the condensation on it. I love the colors in this scene. Gorgeous, the purple of the curtain, and then the yellow. Awesome. Ooh, it's getting windy. Come on, I want it to die down a little bit so I can see more of the writing on the noren, the curtain. There we go. It doesn't have to be perfectly still, just a little bit more. I just want to get a cool shot of these people. I wish the whole window had condensation on it. It actually makes me wonder, like, why is there condensation on one part of the glass but not the other part? Isn't that weird? It's a mystery. Oh, I got a great little moment where the chef kind of gestured like two to somebody, two things. You know, like Deckard in Blade Runner. No, I want 4, 2, 2, 4. It was the same. It was the same over there. This just happened. Totally straight out of Blade Runner. Anyway. So yeah, I just wanted to share that idea because as life evolves and you go through life and like things kind of, you know, change and you have to, you know, fit them in. You have to fit them in. And like I said, I've always liked having this idea of like, okay, it does all fit in. It all makes sense. Every little thing you do is consciously chosen to be like, okay, I'm going to add this to my life. On a much more like kind of, you know, day-to-day sort of level, this also includes like, you know, the content diet, right? Like, of course, you know, you want to watch what you eat so you're healthy, right? Whatever you think of as the right diet, I'm not going to get into that. But the point is like, you know, obviously if you eat unhealthy food, you're going to be unhealthy. If you eat healthy food, you're going to be healthy, right? It's the same thing with like taking in information. If you watch good movies, or, you know, and good is subjective, right? But the point is you decide what's good for you, right? If you watch good movies, read good books, take in good useful information, you're going to develop a certain, you know, I don't want to say like visual artistic style, but like a certain way of looking at things and a certain way of, you know, seeing the world and expressing yourself, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, right? I think all these things are important, right? If you do it consciously and with awareness, you're working on the project. If you just do it haphazard and whatever, then you're not. But again, this is just for me. This is not to say that, you know, this is some genius thing, but I just want to share it with you guys. All right, let's cross the street and we'll check out one more area around here. All right. But yeah, I do encourage people to go to just like random stations like Ogikubo and explore a little bit and see what you might find, because you never know. And then you find cool stuff that's a little bit like, you know, for you, right? It's not the place that a million other people have been. It's just like a place that maybe only you have been. I mean, not literally only you, because this is a city with millions of people who live here. But I mean, in terms of like a photographer exploring it, you might be one of the very few to walk down this particular street and shoot this particular weird statue of like a raccoon or whatever this thing is. You know, what is that? I don't even know what that is. It is a raccoon, right? Some kind of raccoony looking thing. All right. Oh, this is kind of cool. It's not like amazing cool, but it is kind of cool. I'm going to use the full potential of the f1.4 lens here. This is cute. It's a little bar called Great Scott. Like what the doc says in Back to the Future. I love this retro Panasonic place. And it's a nice, that's cool. I love that green light kind of just randomly emanating from there. Let me just walk in there a little more. Okay, right. Okay. Let's go back out. This is what I just shot from the side. Like this is the construction view that I just shot from over there, but like now from this angle. I don't know, another little cool vibe. So you see what I mean? Like, I know these things aren't like mind-blowing, super cool finds, but look at this beautiful little sign here, which is gonna be like impossible to shoot. But no, I think I can get enough DR with a fifth of a second f1.4. We don't need that much dynamic range for this. Let's try f2 and a tenth of a second, a little more DOF. Beautiful. Let's keep going. Yeah, that's all good. Awesome. Okay. Go back to fast settings just in case. Let's head to the right here. I guess. Let's head to the left. Let's head to the left. Because I just realized the right just heads back to where we came from. Let's go a little farther down the street and just see what's over there. I know Axel's getting cold because I'm getting cold. And I'm warmer because I'm wearing gloves. So, but I've never been down here. So this is the point. Like I've been in Ogikubo, I've explored a little bit. You know, my friend recommended that one spot and I've been there too now, that's great. But I've never been down here. So, you know, I want to discover something about myself and discover something about Tokyo, right? It all fits together in one grand scheme, which I call the project. Ooh, this is cool. I love how the awnings don't have the awning rubber. It's just like bare. And look, it's getting a little livelier over here. With these little lamps and stuff. I want to see what's over there, like on that kind of little twist in the road that's up ahead. Hold on one second. Even this is nice. This like strange little dark scene. Beautiful. I love it. I love these lonely scenes. All right. Ooh, and then you see, like, you get these little old, and now it's all boarded up, but look, there's like these little old shacks here, right? Little old house. Actually, it's a little old house, and it's boarded up, but the lights are on. Isn't that weird? Okay, wow, that's fascinating because it looks totally abandoned from this side, but then the lights were on over there. And I think this is a good place to end the video. So guys, I hope you found that interesting as always, and I hope the concept was interesting for you guys. But we're gonna end it here. Of course, thank you all for your support, as we've already said, and catch you guys in the next video, and remember always, challenge your eye.